Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ross. I'm Jim Monahan, along with the executive chef of the Whistler Conference Center, Mr. Ross Smith. Russ, welcome once again. It's a brand new season, 91-92. You ready to go?
Yes, I am ready to go.
You are?
Yes, actually. We didn't do a show for, I'd say, what, 2.5, 3 months?
Well, you were a little busy here with the summer's conventions, and you're still not over the really busy season yet. You've still got a few more dues going in the fall.
Actually,
you slow down?
Well, our busy season's pretty well over now. We'll have some Christmas parties coming up in December and that.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, well, 26 shows we did, or 27? There's a discrepancy in the count, I understand.
Actually, I think it might be closer to 30, Jim.
30?
Who can count when you get that high?
Well, you figure in the ratings, that's 13 weeks. So we survived 2 rating periods without getting a hook?
2 hooks, yes.
2 hooks. 2 hooks.
Actually, 2 hooks we survived.
But I'm going to get the hook right away here. This is my sort of fadeaway show here on Cooking with Ross.
Yes, it's...
We have a new host.
Yes, we do.
Hostess.
Yeah. Hostess.
With the mostess.
Yes. Actually, I'm sorry to see you go.
Oh, wow. Hey, come on here. I'll still be around. You know that. Can't get me out of here. A chance to get a free meal every week. I need that, Ross.
Well, that too, but it's a little easier for me to look at Allison than you, Jim.
I hear you. Okay, what's on the menu today?
Actually, what we're doing
Start
today,
the season right.
We're going to go with some classic Oriental. We're doing a Szechuan dish to start, which is Szechuan. Sorry, Szechuan.
Okay, yeah,
Sesame
it's a stir.
Prawns.
Oh,
no,
prawns.
it's a fried prawn dish.
Great.
And then we're doing a dish, an old Cantonese dish. And now the name of this is quite classic. It's called Phenix Meeting Dragon in Lanterned Court.
Phenix meeting dragon in Lantern Court.
Yes.
Ah, so?
Yes, from my maternal Chinese grandmother. Yes.
That's Mrs. Smith.
Mrs. Smith, yes.
Better get to work.
Okay, let's do it.
And also, the first priority of business here is to introduce the new hostess of Cooking with Ross, who's going to be helping out Ross throughout the winter here. So come on in here, Allison. This is Allison Ellis, and of course you know Chef Ross Smith.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, Allison, this is actually, I mean, this is a step up. We have a nice-looking female on the show now. Eat your heart out, Umberto.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Allison, you were on the show a couple of times last year as a guest diner.
Yes, quite a few times.
And she's still alive.
And still alive.
You haven't gotten rid of me yet either.
Okay, just a little bit about Allison. You're involved locally with the Whistler Players, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do a little bit of acting and skier.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
I shall be working with the race crew for Whistler Mountain this year too, so you'll
terrific.
be seeing me out there.
Yeah, in the race department.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Well, no slowing down here. Russ is going to keep you busy.
I'm ready to go. Here we go.
I'll get you to kind of kibitz with Ross over the first Szechuan. These are tiger prawns.
Yes, these are tiger prawns.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
You can use any kind of prawn, actually.
Any kind of prawn? Okay. Well, listen. I'm going to get Allison to keep an eye on you. I'll go over here and just kibitz at you. Okay. Good luck, Allison.
Thanks, Jim.
Keep an eye on that chef.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Ross.
Okay, what we're going to do, first of all, I'm just going to prep up the prawns and the chicken for both dishes. We'll do this in the first segment. Now, we have tiger prawns here, and they're deveined and peeled. The vein's been taken out of them. Now, what we're going to do is we just take the prawn and we're going to total butterfly it open.
Okay, so now when you say butterfly, you're not cutting all the way through, just...
Well, you can cut through to
it?
the center, but the ends still have to be attached, and it's sort of flat like that.
Okay.
Now, I've done most of these, and we'll just do a couple to show you how to do it.
We're not going to do the whole bowl.
Well, actually, they're done. The magic of television. There we go. Now, it's like a prawn scallop or a prawn cutlet now, okay? And the idea of this is that they're going to cook very quick, just sear in the oil so the batter on them is very light and crisp, and they're cooking a matter of minutes, okay? Now, I've done the rest here, and what we've done, I'll just put a little more on. I'm just using a little bit of light soy sauce.
Okay.
A couple of drops.
Wow, you cheapskate, Ross. 2 drops of soy?
Actually, I've put some in already. And now we've got a little bit of sesame oil.
So this is to marinate them?
Just to marinate them a little bit. And now you can buy this in most grocery stores. I know they carry this at Nestor's. It's 5-spice powder.
Chinese 5-spice?
Yep.
Is that,
okay. 5-spice powder. And a very little amount. I mean, just about 1/10 of a teaspoon. Sprinkle it in.
That's very strong.
It's strong. There are certain dishes in Cantonese cooking that will require more, but then it becomes a dominant flavor in the dish. And here we don't want it to be dominant. It's just like using it as a seasoning.
Do you have any idea what's in the 5 spice, or is it?
Oh, I knew you'd ask that. I could read the label. Actually, let me guess. I believe there's anise, there's fennel, there's cloves, and there's cinnamon, I believe.
Cinnamon? No cayenne?
No.
Oh.
Nope. And the other one, I believe, is nutmeg. So anise, fennel, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Yep.
Okay, and you just buy that as is, easy as pie. Don't have to make all that up.
There we go.
Sold.
Now that's going to marinate. We'll just put that to the side. And now I'm going to bring out the chicken breasts.
Now, what did you say the name of this chicken was again?
I knew you'd ask that.
You're going to repeat it?
Here we go. Well, of course. I mean, my grandmother gave me this recipe. This chicken dish is called Phenix Meeting Dragon in Lanterned Court, and it can be shortened to Phenix Dragon Chicken. And what it is, basically, is because the chicken breast, the white meat, Phenix is considered delicate female. So is chicken breast, the white meat. And then we're using ham, smoked red ham, and that's considered male or dragon. And there where you go. You go the blending of the chicken and the ham.
Ah, you're talking yin-yang?
Possibly, I'm not sure, Jim. Okay, now I've just got a boneless, skinless chicken breast here. What I'm going to do is just slice about halfway through down the middle and form a little pocket.
So again, you're not going all the way through, just a little bit.
No, just a pocket.
Okay, that's very delicate cutting, Ross.
There we go, see?
And your spice goes there?
Nope.
Oh.
Now we've got a little piece about 1/8 of an inch thick to fit in a pocket.
Of ham.
I'm using Black Forest ham. If you're using more like a luncheon ham, you can use a little more because the flavor won't be quite as strong. And there we go, and we just tuck it up like that.
Beautiful.
Heavens, that is pretty spicy.
Done. Now we'll do one more.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do anything to keep that closed or anything? You don't have
No,
to...
because what we're going to do is we're going to batter this chicken, okay? It's going to be fried in a batter, and that will hold it together. And then when it's served, it's sliced in portions, and you have the batter wrapped around the chicken and then the ham in the middle. It's amazing people, the Chinese, that come up with all this.
That's a really interesting little style. I've never seen a chicken breast cut like that before. That's the Phenix chicken, and the ham, you get the dragon.
The ham being the dragon, yeah. You just form a pocket like that.
So something that's pretty impressive, but without a lot of effort into it.
Well, yeah, and this can be done in advance. Right?
Which is pretty important for a lot of people around.
Well, sure it is, especially if you're entertaining at home and that. Okay, now we're just going to take a little bit of white wine, sprinkle.
Okay, I see you've made up a few extras for the crew, Ross. That's
Yes, actually. It doesn't matter how much we do here, we're always going to run out. So, okay, now we've got that chicken. I'm just going to set that aside. Now, this is a batter, okay? So what we're going to do with this is, oh, I know, the eggs I forgot.
You forgot the eggs?
I'm going to exit stage right here for a second.
Ross, you promised you weren't going to leave me here alone now. Come on, guys, what's going on?
He always leaves a little something over the side, Elsie. You have to get used to that.
The chicken hadn't laid them yet. I just had to go and grab these. Okay, now, I'm doing a double batter recipe because we're doing more than 4 pieces of chicken. Normally you'd do 4 pieces. That could serve 4 to 6 people. 2 egg yolks, egg white and yolk, whole eggs.
You got to watch that very closely, Alison, because later on he'll get you doing all that chopping stuff. He doesn't let me do that. I'm afraid I need first aid.
1.5 cups of water.
1.5 cups.
1/4 teaspoon of salt.
That was a 1/4 teaspoon.
Of course. You have doubts?
No, not at all. I just have doubts if that was me trying to pour that amount out into it, that's all.
Okay. 2 tablespoons of baking powder.
Baking powder makes it a little thicker, Ross?
Baking powder will give it the crispness.
Okay. You don't have to worry about sifting it or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, if you mix it well, it's... The main thing is to mix the eggs in the water first and then put in your powders, okay? Flour, regular unbleached flour.
So approximately how much are we putting in it?
Well, exactly we're putting in. A cup and a half.
Cup and a half of flour?
Yeah.
Okay.
They call for 3/4 of a cup in a single recipe, okay?
See that whisk work? Mm-hmm. Chef, you do this for 700-800 perhaps at a convention?
We haven't yet. I hope nobody orders it for 700. Actually, something like this could be done for a large group.
Yeah, as long as you've got all your prep. Guys going in the kitchen all day long. Sometimes on a big banquet or even a plate serving, you'll be in there all day long, 8-10 hours just preparing dinner.
That's it. That's it. Oh, easily. Actually, it could be 2 days. Now, until I get the consistency I want, you notice I added a little more water. There we go. Now that's what we want. That's the consistency. Now this should also set about 10 minutes too. The baking powder will react with the flour and it'll fluffen it a bit. Okay?
Okay.
That's done. Now, what I have here, we're switching back. We're going to mix you up totally here. We're switching back to the prawns now. They're marinating. The chicken's all ready. The chicken eventually will be dipped in the batter and fried off quickly and then finished in the oven or refried again to finish it off. We'll do that in a third segment. Now what I have here, I have about a half a cup of sesame seeds. And we're going to mix that with cornstarch.
And
about equal amount.
Okay.
Now this is a fried dish also, the prawns.
We're talking just sesame seeds and cornstarch, that's it?
That's it.
That's easy to do.
Simple, isn't it? Well, the flavor's in the prawns now in the marinade, right?
So in the cornstarch is what exactly does the cornstarch do?
What we're going to do, we're going to dip these in the next segment when we fry them. And you just take the marinated prawn, which is butterflied, and you just toss them like that, and that'll go right in the fryer, okay? Now, we will be doing that in the next segment. Now, what I'd like to do is just... We're going to make the sauce for the prawns, okay? Honey.
Oh, that's my cue. Allison, are you keeping track of everything?
2 tablespoons of honey.
He's got 2 sauces, a dip, and now
that we've got you totally mixed up, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. This is very, very easy.
Honey, a little soy sauce.
Yeah. 2 tablespoons of a hot mustard. I'm using a hot Dijon. If you're going to use an English powdered mustard, cut it down to about 1.
Okay, there's a name for this sauce that goes on the prawns. Is there a
it's a honey
name?
Mustard sauce,
honey mustard,
actually. And I'm just going to use a little pinch of cracked chilies in there, too.
Ooh.
So it has the sweetness and the heat, and it's to dip the prawns in. Now we're just going to mix that up, and you just cut it a little bit with water until you get the consistency you want. You want it just to be able to coat the prawns, but not too thick. Just add a little bit of water. Done.
A little bit.
Done, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, Allison, this is first test now. How do we go? We've got the chicken with the ham.
Chicken.
Yeah, we're talking the Phenix. The Phenix and the dragon, okay.
Dragon.
We've got the batter we're going to do the chicken in.
Yes.
We've got the prawns, and that was just a little sesame and...
Cornstarch?
Cornstarch, 100%. And the honey...
Mustard?
The honey
mustard.
Honey
I was
mustard
going to say garlic. There's no garlic in there.
No garlic.
Honey mustard sauce. Okay,
No.
we're set.
Honey mustard
We're
glaze?
set. Look at the mess we've made in one segment. This is amazing.
We're just getting warmed up. Absolutely. Allison, you survived the first segment there very well.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, well, stay with us on Cooking with Ross. We're going to get a couple of guest diners. We're going to come back and treat them to a fine, fine meal. We'll be right back after this break. Pam works at Minod's and also Merlin's over at Blackcomb, and Denis is from Whistler Mountain, where he teaches skiing. They're our guest diners this week on Cooking with Ross, and that's the best of both worlds. We've got both Whistler and Blackcomb to start off the 91-92 season. Allison, how did you make out that first half there, the first period there? You were stick handling?
She did just fine. She did just fine.
Yeah, well, you let me come back for this part of it anyway, so I guess I can't be doing too bad so far.
Okay, very good. We're gonna do the prawns again here, just the cooking end of it?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
now this takes just a matter of minutes. And we're just tossing the prawns all over the counter, as you see, and there's food going all over the place. This is my style.
Okay, did you watch Ross in the break? He just heated up some oil for us?
Yeah, I think, well, it's going to be pretty hot right now, though,
375 degrees. Now, if you want to deep fry in vegetable oil and you want to check to see how hot it is, just take a little cube of bread. When the bread floats and bubbles, foams on top, then it's hot enough.
That's it, you're ready?
375 degrees.
Okay. And what type of oil do we have in there now?
Canola oil, nice, healthy oil.
Remember the batter you made for the prawns?
Well, I think, as I know, this is the test, and just to see how blonde I really am. But no, I believe that's.
I like that.
Oh, you do.
She is a natural blonde too.
Yeah, well, she is. No, but I think, as I recall, that was sesame seeds and cornstarch.
That's right.
Hey, now
and yeah, that's hot, all right.
Spitting.
Wow, this is where we've got to get back, or else
this is where I should have
put
an
up
apron
a
on.
Protective glass. Smell those prawns. Already smell good. Tiger prawns.
This doesn't take a long time.
No, fast cooking.
Smells good already.
It does. Actually, it's quite interesting the way they curl up like that.
Okay, Ross, you're going to do
that's because they're butterfly cut, right?
Oh, I see. So if they weren't butterflied, then they would...
They would just roll up in the normal shape. Here they curl up and take on a different shape, and it's quite aesthetic. It looks nicer that way, actually.
So even if someone didn't have all that much time, they still could have gone ahead and not butterflied and just used the prawns as they were?
You could, but they will take a little longer to cook, and they won't get the right texture. Butterflying the prawn will make a different texture to it.
Okay.
I also noticed on the chicken, Ross, you're going to use a batter with that. You're going to use the same oil?
Yes, you can. This is the idea, that we'll get the use out of the oil.
Well, double header on the oil, huh? Okay, what's this instrument here? This is
actually
a whisk.
you can get the Chinese ones that you can do this in a wok if you want.
Oh.
It's just a strainer, and it's going to make it a little easier to get them out.
Wow, that's all it takes.
So
quick, huh?
That's very fast.
Okay, Allison, I'll let you do the honors on the plates here. Now, Denis and Pam are in for a treat.
And it's just a very light coating. That's the idea. It's not like a batter. It's just dipped.
Beautiful.
And we're just putting these on a cloth or on a paper towel just to drain off the excess oil.
Just for a second, just to take the oil and a little bit of grease off them?
Yeah.
Okay.
There really isn't that much there.
Now, don't forget to stick a couple under the cooking stage for us, Allison.
Yeah, I know. They are hungry.
Now what I'll do also is I'll just skim the oil a little bit to take out the sesame seeds that it floated in it, okay?
Off the top. That oil is going to have a bit of prawn flavor in it, though, when you get around to putting the chicken in, Ross.
Actually, very, very little.
Very little?
Very little.
Oh, okay.
No problem. We do want to use the same oil. We don't want to have to be going through a whole bunch of different oils and that. It's the idea. I've done the 2 fried dishes on the one menu.
Okay, this is the Szechuan sesame prawns with honey mustard sauce, which we've cheated a bit.
The sauce in
We've got
there.
the sauce in the little containers already, so we're all ready to go. Allison, do you want to be the waitress or no,
Jim.
It's not waiter and waitress anymore. It's serving person.
Serving person.
Serving person. Okay, Jim, you decided you were going to be the serving person.
Okay, well, Pam and Denis, if I can make it up there without making
If you can get it up there without dropping them, I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Okay, and you guys are going to go on to the...
And we're going on. We got the oil again. Hot.
For the chicken.
Yes.
Okay, oh, I better get to work.
Okay.
Off you go, Jimmy.
Pam?
Okay, now we've got that batter. It's sat for about 10, 15 minutes. It's just about right.
Which again was so that the baking soda settles?
Enjoy.
Yes. And we're just going to dip it.
So just enough to cover it. Don't need a big thick coating on it.
I'm just going to turn that oil a little hotter.
And I guess after cooking all the prawns, it's cooled down a little bit?
It cooled down a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Just move that aside.
The Phenix Dragon Chicken.
Phenix meeting Dragon in Lanterned Court.
Pretty fancy name. I don't know.
Pretty classic, isn't it? You've got to like that, there's no doubt.
Well, that's why, Ross, I think, as I said to you before, half the reason why you probably chose this recipe was because of the name. And
it's because of the name, there's no doubt. And, of course, because it's from my maternal grandmother.
From your grandmother, yes.
You've also got a vegetable sauce to go with the chicken, Ross?
Yes, we'll be doing that in the third segment, okay?
Okay. So again, the oil, you wanted it to about the same temperature as you did for the prawns?
Yeah.
So you keep it...
Yeah, it's coming up there now, so.
Okay. So now how much prep time? It's kind of hard to tell when you're doing a show to know exactly how much time it takes for putting all these pieces together, but...
Oh, it doesn't take you that long. I mean, you can do this earlier in the day when before your guests arrive or something like that. And then, as we're doing now, we're just going to cook the chicken, take it out, and then cook it up later when we make the sauce.
So how long does it take to cook it at this stage then?
You only want to cook it now about 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes.
4 minutes? Yeah. That's pretty quick. And again, this could be done in a wok as well, or is it better in a larger...
It can be done in a wok. It can be done if you have a deep fryer, a portable deep fryer at home, you can use that.
Okay, looks good, Ross. Maybe what we should do is, just the way our times are working out here, perhaps maybe we'll take a quick break while the chicken is cooking. Then we can let it finish up off camera.
We can do that, yeah.
Then we'll come back and we'll put the veggie sauce on. So that what we've got Pam and Dini busy now with the prawns.
Yes, they seem to be
we'll get our share too. It looks like we did manage to keep a few left over.
Maybe during the break we might steal a couple.
Yes,
and it's only 3 or 4 minutes for the chicken to cook, so don't think that it takes a long time.
I'm doing about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on each side. And if you wanted to cook it straight through, you can do that now and give it about 7 minutes on each side. But we're going to cook it, take it off, and then heat it up again when we make the sauce.
When we got the sauce. Okay, why don't we do that? We'll take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on Cooking with Ross. Oh, boy, it looks good there.
Sweetness.
Ross, Allison Ellis, and the executive chef from the conference center, Ross Smith. Ross, we're ready. We need a veggie sauce for our chicken.
Yes, the final touch.
Okay, this is Phenix chicken.
Phenix.
I want you to say this again, just one more time.
Meeting Dragon in Lanterned Court.
You say it, Allison.
Court. Got it. Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Or shortened to Phenix Dragon Chicken.
Okay, well listen, Pam and Denis gave us some rave reviews on the prawns, Ross.
Oh,
terrific.
Good.
And to be honest, we cheated a little bit in the break.
We ate 75 prawns each.
All the prawns, there are no prawns left. But I think you've got lots of chicken for us here.
Yes,
so
yes, we do.
We're not done yet. We're going to get another
What
feed
I'm
yet.
doing, I'm using a skillet. You can do this in a wok, but I'm using a skillet, and I've just got garlic, and I've chopped it fairly coarse, 2 fairly medium-sized cloves of garlic. I'm just going to brown them a little bit in the oil. Then I've got some broccoli stalks, peeled, skinned, I should say, and sliced. Away we go.
Okay, that's great. You always use the top of the broccoli, but there's something you can use with the stalk.
Yeah, this is something you can do with the waste part that a lot of people will end up throwing away if you're not making soup or something.
So now the combination of vegetables you have is just what you want. You could use pretty much anything. It's not...
You could. This one I'm following a recipe, believe it or not. I normally don't do that.
I guess from your maternal grandmother, I understand.
Yes.
Okay.
And what I'm using here, that's about an 8-ounce can of bamboo shoots.
Bamboo.
Bamboo
shoots.
Sliced up as well?
Yes, actually they're cut like that in a can. You can get the whole shoots and then you just slice them a bit. Now you can smell that garlic. It's what we call it almondizing. It's just browning a little bit. Like it's getting a roasted flavor to it. That's why we use the garlic in large pieces on this and not ground up. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
not the pressed garlic.
Now, a little bit of light soya.
You can smell that now,
I've
too.
got the tougher vegetables, and that went in a little at the start. And what we're going to put in now is some red peppers.
Okay, and your
Mushrooms.
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 Get the tougher vegetables because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook.
Yes. Yeah.
See that, Allison? 26
That's-
shows.
And you're catching on pretty quick, Jerem. Too bad you're leaving. Yeah.
Telling
Now
you.
you can go home and cook in your own kitchen.
I won't be able to boil that water yet, honestly. A little more practice. It'll come along, I guarantee you.
Well, maybe we'll invite you back as a guest diner. We'll get you to
That's
do
an
that.
idea.
We'll do
That's
Now, just
my
about
style.
about a quarter of a teaspoon of ground ginger.
Ginger. Okay, that's not your 5-star.
The five
No,
spice?
no, we use that on another dish. This is just ginger and garlic, a little bit of soya.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, the vino comes back. See, notice how it's still a full bottle, too.
About 3
Yes,
ounces.
he's very good. He's been behaving himself today, hasn't he?
Check it later.
Okay, you did put a little white wine in, though.
People are saying, why don't we have that wine up here?
Yeah, the diners are dining with water today, but
You
that's
can
okay.
smell
Now
the
you're just going to
flavor of the wine.
steam that for a little bit there. And what I'll do, only takes a matter of seconds.
Okay, you've got your
This is
chicken.
magic chicken. So now
Now-
this we actually had baking in the oven for a little bit
we
as
just
well?
finished this in the oven. Now I'm just going to cover that a little bit to steam it a bit, okay?
Okay.
This is a serving platter.
Yes, I think this should be served in a platter situation.
Okay.
Little
Now this is
garnish.
the chicken, and what we do with the chicken, it should be cut.
Okay, now this is the chicken with the ham in the middle, right?
This is the chicken with the
The
ham.
Phenix
Yes.
and the Dragon.
Phoenix meeting dragon in Lantern
Lantern.
Court.
Okay, we need lanterns on this show.
Now,
The Chinese lanterns, patio lanterns.
you can see,
Coming up. Oh, beautiful.
see the effect
Uh-huh.
of nice, light, crisp batter. The
Oh,
chicken
lovely.
is very, very moist, and the ham in the middle of it. So there you go.
Very attractive.
Okay.
Beautiful, and the batter is nice and light, Ross. You did that in the
very
oil
light.
just for, what it was, about 3 or 4 minutes, and then you baked it,
That's about it. Yeah.
just to do the
Now
final
what
part
I've
of the
got
cooking.
here, I've got some Oriental sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
Sticky rice. We're just going to use a little bit of that.
Okay, that's your old favorite kale.
Kale we're using for color. It's actually, it is called Oriental kale too. Flowering kale is another name for it.
Just to stay in the spirit of it all.
There we go. Now we're going to put that on. Now this, we've got it steamed. Of course, Oriental style vegetables, you don't want to cook them a lot. Now you've
Want
got a
them to
little bit
stay
of
crisp?
fluid in the bottom. What I'm going to do is about a tablespoon of cornstarch with a tablespoon of water.
Cornstarch and
Now, I
water.
remember this from when I was a diner, I believe.
There we go.
Cornstarch helps just to thicken up the sauce, is that
That's it.
correct?
That's
So
it.
yeah, I'm catching on pretty quick.
All
And
right,
we
Alison.
we just pour it in and toss it a little bit. There we go.
That'll thicken up your sauce just a touch.
Oh
A
yeah.
little bit.
It coats it, is what it does.
Okay.
Yeah. Now last,
Wow.
but not least,
Ah,
Oh,
sprouts.
the sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
there we go.
So in these, you just want to toss around a bit just to kind of heat them up,
That's
not really
it.
cook them.
That's it. You don't want to
Okay.
heat them too much.
They just go
Toss
soggy.
them around. That's it.
And what?
And they will add fluid to the dish too, so they'll change the consistency that you want. So you just want to, you've got a fairly high heat on there now. It's just going to sear everything up. Matter
Okay.
of seconds. And what I'm going to do now,
Take the sliced chicken and
On the kale. Okay.
all right.
This is an absolutely gorgeous looking platter.
And of course, well, presentation is pretty important too. That's
It is-
presentation is very important with Oriental dishes also. So It's important in all cooking, of course. We believe that you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth.
Great. So this hasn't taken very long to piece together at all.
No, quick, that's it.
And we have a little bit of, I see, chopped up green onion there. Were you going to use that for anything, or is
I'm going to put that on top to garnish. You thought I forgot it.
Well, just checking. Just trying to stay one step ahead of you.
You're still not sure whether I did or not. Okay, now we're just going to put vegetable
Put your veggies
sauce.
along through the middle.
This.
Okay.
Wow, it looks terrific,
There
Ross.
we go.
There is so much color there. You do eat with your eyes a little bit here
Nice
before
color here, yeah.
getting the appetite going.
Go.
To say nothing of the aroma.
There we go.
Wow, terrific.
Now with
Now, Allison's green
Here comes
onions.
the green onion.
Okay, those are just chopped raw.
it's chopped raw, and they're sort of sliced at an angle, which we call oriental cut. Actually.
Okay, yep, instead of straight across, you've cut them at a bit of an angle. Right?
And there we go.
Great.
There we go, that's it. Marvelous.
Perfect work.
Femme
We'll give
Denis.
it to our service unit.
I tell you, it looks absolutely wonderful.
That is terrific.
Allison, Ross,
Go ahead.
bring this to you here now. Pam, I guess we'll maybe get Denis to do the actual serving here. So
Serving there.
do enjoy.
Terrific.
Okay. Well, Allison, you've survived your inaugural show on Cooking with Russ, and thanks a lot. You did a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you do with the chef over the winter here. Again, we did 26 shows or 27 somewhere in there last year, Russ.
Something like that.
So you're looking
Maybe
forward to.
Allison can count better than you. Because I believe we did more than 27.
Maybe that will help.
That's great.
Jim, I'd like to thank you.
Yeah.
It was you that got me interested in doing the show.
Great.
And it's been a pleasure working with you. It's been a lot
Well,
of fun.
it's been great working with you, Russ, and this show has been really more fun than a barrel of monkeys. It's been great fun. Allison, you're going to carry on a tradition here.
I will certainly do my best, and it's certainly, Ross, an honor and a pleasure to be here. We'll hopefully keep it entertaining for everybody.
Alrighty. This is it, the inaugural show on this season's Cooking with Ross. It's been fun again, so maybe we'll let Pam and Didi dine, and well done, chef.